Hello, Tango is here. This is a guide for Magik for Marvel Rivals Zombies. This is a blue build guide because I barely see any decent blue Magics in Nightmare 4. And the reason behind that, it is my assumption, but I think it's true, that she is really easy to die. So compared to the red Magik, who has a decent resistance and HP, the blue Magik is really weak. So for example, the red Magik gets 977 HP bonus here and 30% conversion rate, which means a shield. So she gets a decent shield when she is 40 points. Compared to that, the blue Magik is just 244 HP, so basically like wet paper. So if a zombie looks at you a bit more sterner, you die. So I guess that's why a lot of players are not playing Magik in Nightmare 4 in the blue setup. But I think it's really fun, so I would like to give you a build which works and helps you survive. So for the 1 and the 3rd, you have to be on green, otherwise the build is non-existent. So the demonic will give you the constant Darkchylde form, and the Reaper's Resolve gives you your main tool, which is the spinning move, to spin to win, it's usually called. The Eldritch Whirl will be your main attack form, so main damage dealer form, and you will just massacre hundreds and thousands of zombies with that. For the E, well, you can maybe go for the orange one, but since you are paper, it is not a good idea to bring yourself enemies. So grabbing all collided enemies and carrying them to the end point. So you don't want enemies nearby you because, as I said, paper. So I would go with all green with that. Okay, let's go for the cards. First the purple ones. So to improve yourself from paper to cardboard, you need HP, and you will need a lot of them because your starting HP is like a 1000, which is a one-shot range for basically every enemy, every zombie. So you need HP. So I don't buy the 30 ones, but I buy all the others. So 100, 185, and especially the 450, until I get to 12,000 HP. 12,000 is a good goal to reach, so I don't think you need more. Maybe you can make it work with a bit less, but I aim for 12,000. Damage, I ignore most of the time the 2.5%. Sometimes I buy it if I really need DPS and I'm not getting the cards, but I almost always buy the +8, +16 and the +35 ones. Sometimes I skip them if I need, for example, blue cards for reaching 120 blue cards, for example, and I get only purples, then I skip them and hope for a blue card, but otherwise I buy them all the time. Moonlight Protection, super important card. This is your only way to mitigate damage, so when you see them, you buy them, both of them. So if you get the smaller one, the -2.5%, you buy them as well, and especially you buy the Moonlight Protection, because in this build, this will be your only way to mitigate damage. So there is a card which helps a bit to tank damage, but I'm not buying that, so these are super important to buy. Okay, I don't buy this, so I don't talk about this. Restorative Respire also, it's healing you out of combat, and you always want to be in combat, so I don't really understand this card. Why does it exist? So this is a very important card. you need 2 of them, because if you have only one, that is very good when you have a lot of enemies to hit them, but it is a problematic when you have only one enemy, for example a boss, because Magik's or Blue Magik's damage per enemy is quite low compared to the other characters, so the 5% is a quite low number as well. So you really want to make sure that your HP is always topped out. So I always buy 2 for Nightmare 4, because that's enough even versus the bosses. So for Nightmare 3, 1 is enough, but you need 1 there as well. So even on Nightmare 3 you can't go without one of these, but on Nightmare 4 you need 2, and you don't need 3 if you are building according to what I say, because then you will have enough damage to heal you up instantly, even versus single bosses. Full Moon, it's of course every build has them, so if you see it you buy it. It just gives you more points to buy cards. Of course you don't buy it if you are at wave 20, otherwise you buy it. So nothing much to tell about that. Okay, let's go to her own cards. So Edge of Darkness is, of course you are not buying any of the red ones because you are building a blue build. So Edge of Darkness is very important because you want to be away from enemies, because you are really weak, especially at start, so you want to be away from enemies for one reason. The other reason is that you want to hit as many enemies as possible, for a reason I will explain very soon. So you keep buying these, both of them, until you can cover most of the spawns by standing at the center of the square where you are fighting. So if you can cover most of the spawns without moving, then you are good, you don't need more. Frenzy Slash, this is pure DPS, because if you are attacking faster you will do more DPS, since you are hitting them more often. So you buy all of them. If you see them, you buy them, both of them, no question. Abyssal Blood is also important because it's HP, it's very similar to the purple one. You buy them until you get to 12,000. So if you see a 100 one, you buy them. You see a 200 one, you buy them, and especially you buy the 450 ones. Devil's Mandate, very important card. This is your most bonus for damage. So even the smallest one gives you plus 40%, and the biggest one gives you 160%. So when you see them, you buy them, no question asked. So if you are offered a blue and the purple one, you always buy the blue one because they are so much bigger. So even the smallest one is plus 40%, and the biggest one of the purple is plus 35. So no question that you want the blue ones first. Okay, Edge of Darkness. Okay, Suffering Sphere. No, this one is a bit opposite that what you want to do, because you want to be away from enemies. That's why we are investing in Edge of Darkness. But this one damages enemies, or gives you bonus damage against enemies who are close to you. So you don't want to be close to enemies because you are not built for that. So I'm not buying these. Devil's Mandate, we have talked about that. No, Immortal Demon is could help you if to survive. So Immortal Demon is giving you a bit more shield, and that is good. You can maybe mitigate a bit of the damage you are suffering, but that's again against the playstyle for this build, because you don't want to get hit. So also it is not a good idea to spread your points out too much, spread your points out too thin, because then you won't have points for the more important cards. So I am not buying these as well. Devil's Mandate we talked about. Now Slaughter Feast is a very good card. So even though it seems like a weak one, but don't remember, this is a legendary card, and even it just says it plus 2% damage for 2 seconds, which sounds like really low, especially for Magik, who has not a lot of damage per enemy, but and only for just 2 seconds. But because, so don't forget that we will attack everybody in the arena all the time with Frenzy Slash and Devil's Mandate, so we will be killing zombies by the hundreds, literally by the hundreds. So this bonus will be always up, and this will give you plus 2% damage for each knockout. So literally this is not plus 2, but like plus 20 all the time at the minimum. Well, on a bigger enemy waves. So this is a very good card. Now there is a limit for the usefulness for this card, because this works only against mobs. So if you have only one target like a boss, then it is useless. Well, except for Namor, because he has the squids, so each squid you kill give you the bonus, so trigger this bonus. But I would say you don't need more than 3 of these cards, and that's it. So even 1 is very good, 2 is really good, 3 is exceptionally good. You will be massacring everyone, every mob. It will be really helping the team when you are clearing out the huge amount of zombies before they can reach you. It's especially important versus the berserk zombies who are just rushing to you and kill you. So a lot of the players are dying to those. So this is a really good card, and we have been talked about this. So to recap, you buy all of these until you can cover the whole arena, most of the spawns from standing at the center. Then you can stop buying after that. Then you buy all of the Frenzy Slash. When you see it, you buy it. You buy all the Devil's Mandate. You buy all the HP until you are 12,000, and you buy 3 of these Slaughter Feast. And that's it. And of purple, of course, that's we thought about that one. So 3 full moons, because that's the maximum, 2 vampiric vitalities, HP until 12,000, and purple damage boosts until you, if you can't buy blue ones, and all the Moon Knight protections. Alright, so playstyle. So the playstyle is absolutely concentrates on this one. So what you do is you teleport with your shift, then you press and hold your left mouse button and you start spinning and do a lot of damage around you. So this is a very important thing to know, that it is not just damaging enemies in the direction you are looking or where you are aiming, but everywhere around you. So you are always killing enemies behind you, even if you don't see them. So this is a very, very powerful skill. So when you do the spin, then there will be a small indicator how long can you spin. It is a 3 seconds cooldown, so you can spin for 3 seconds, and you can watch it, but I have found a method which helps you to practice it. So it's a bit noisy. It might be annoying on a longer scale, because with this outfit, with this costume, the Darkchylde, you have a sound effect when you spin. So let's see that in practice. So I teleport and press the left mouse button and hold it. And you have this sound effect to know how long can you spin. So as you can see, there is this indicator here at the center, a bit right to the center, that shows you that how long can you spin. And there are these blue arrows. We can see only one at the moment. This means that the bonus damage is up, because as you can see, the KOs are going up. So we just killed like, I don't know, 40 in 1 second, so that means at the minimum, I don't know, 80% bonus damage, so for 2 seconds. So this is very good. Okay, just so this skin helps you to practice the timing of the spin. Okay, let's go to a different one.
Fight harder. You are of no use to be dead.
So you play this build by always teleporting and doing a lot of damage. Well, okay, so as you saw it, I was in danger and I used my E to get out of danger. So the E is not for attacking, it's for escaping. So you never attack with E, it's just for make some distance between you and the enemies. Especially these red ones, but probably you know that.
Champion has fallen.
Okay. So the hard thing about this build is to learn when to teleport and where to teleport. So the problem with the teleport is that if you are spinning, then you can't teleport. So it can really easily kill you. So even if it's up at the moment, so it seems like I have 2 shifts, I can't shift now. So if I press it, nothing happens. The only way to escape is to press E. So that's something you need to learn, otherwise you will die all the time. And especially what's important to practice is to where to teleport, because you can teleport easily into the danger. So what I learned, that movement is absolute importance in this game, because if you are standing in one spot, then the enemies will throw poison at you, throw grenades at you, they run to you. So, for example, if you are standing, you are almost always tied to the berserk, the quickly running zombies. So movement is always key, and you always have to move. And this build makes it a bit harder to move, because the teleports, I think it's a bit bigger than the regular magics. So you really have to know where to teleport before you do it, otherwise you will die very easily. So, and you always have to teleport, otherwise you can't use your spin move. Let's go ahead a bit. Okay, so it seems I purchased a few of the 2.5% damage boost because I felt I felt my damage is too low, and even though I still have the most damage already. So I find it a bit strange. I usually don't buy them.
Do choosing you for this mission. Cleanse this place.
Okay, so let's go back a bit. A very important thing I need to mention. So this spinning move attacks enemies only on the ground level. So even if I would be the range in those zombies on this ledge, I wouldn't hit them. So that's something to remember, because sometimes zombies like to stay on the ledge and throw bombs or poison at you, and with the spin move you can't hit them. But you can still hit them if you stop spinning and use your regular attack. You just aim upwards and you will hit them. So that's a very important thing to remember, that that is a really bad thing, because if Namor knocks you up into the air with these splashes, then you are not doing damage, which means you are not healing. So be very careful to not standing on those watery circles. So that's a very important thing to remember with this build. So that circle is one of those catapults. So you shouldn't stand on them. And as you can see, my kill counter goes up like crazy, so my bonus damage, the small blue arrows showing that I have bonus damage. Okay, let's go ahead.
You are of no use to me, dead.
So, what did I want to say? So, in a situation like this, when you have the wave 20 and two of the witches, sometimes the tactic is that kill one of them first. So completely ignore the other and kill the other first. But with this build it's impossible, because the attack range is so huge that you are always attacking both of them. So that actually helps when you need to break the bubbles and they are in a different positions, because you will always attacking both bubbles at the same time. But if the people want to concentrate on the tactics, you are bad for that, because you just attack everybody all the time. As you can see, I have 12,000 HP as I planned. Almost died there, so it's super dangerous to get caught in two of the bubbles. try to tell the others to concentrate on the orange one because it's out of sync. But it seems the team decided to go for the 1 kill. So thankfully I had a really good team here and they had a very high individual damage, so they could make it work. So as you can see, I am standing in the one end of the arena and I'm still damaging the witch on the other side of the arena. So that's what the cards do. And that, which means if there would be that only witch, I would still heal because I am doing damage, so I heal myself from that range. And from here it's just a walk in the park. So that was a really good team. So most of the time you don't get so good teammates. So that's when the problem arises that you are attacking everyone and you can't focus on any.
Triumph! The world is cleansed once more.
Okay, let me see the damage. Okay. So it seems like not exceptionally good, but it's because the team was really good. So usually it's over 2 billion, 2.5, something like that. But the other players are really good, so they are all above 1 billion. So I actually, at some point, he almost got ahead of me. So it was a really good match. And as you can see, I have died 5 times on this, and I didn't have heals at the start. So that's actually something I want to talk about a bit, that a lot of the players, especially on Nightmare 4, join, roll a random, then quit. So that is completely unnecessary. So you can win this game without having the extra good build. So I have been the damage leader without any full moon cards. So it is just a myth that you need to have the optimal random roll to win the Nightmare 4. So the only times when I use the random, if I get a full moon at the start, or one of these two, the Devil's Mandate or the Slaughter Feast. And even if I don't get them duplicated, it's completely fine, because without random you can buy and build your character completely well. So you don't need an optimal build to beat Nightmare 4. It's just practice and build. You have the if you are buying the good cards and you have practiced that build a bit, then you are golden. You can win. So you don't need that much cards. So let me see if I had a lot. Well, I had a lot. I think I had full moons here because 1162, and only the Thor is better. But they were not far behind, and I'm still much better in damage than they. So, and even if he was, he had more cards, I still got more damage. So it doesn't really matter. So that's just for all the players who don't play with optimal cards. You should, because even if you have a bad start, you can still practice. So, and the most important thing that you are not ruining the game for the other players. Okay. Well, I think that's it. If you have any more questions, if I forgot something maybe to mention, you are curious about, then feel free to ask. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Bye bye.